Hello, my name is Dominic Underhallhouse and welcome to another episode of Moonbreaker. In today's episode we're going to go back to one of our lists. We're going to look at our Xuna control list and give it another go in PvP. So the point of this list is just to basically get to the end game. We're all about trying to get to that late point in the game where we can start using, more powerful units to take things over. So Xuna's great for this because you've got a load of healing, you've got a load of sort of damage reduction in the accuracy debuff, and all in all can be a really useful tool. Our early game is going to consist of Deadeye, Axel Pyro, Sevria, Stitching Apache and Torian Guardian. And then we've got Aria and Florio as our big win conditions. We've got Defense Dome to keep us all alive. I haven't gone for too much other healing, so we've only really got Stitchy in this just because we've got Xuna to heal as well. We've got Pacifier Oatly to just eventually just keep launching things back up to the bridge, stop them dealing with us, and Turncoat to take hold of the enemy crew. So I really enjoyed this list previously. It does sometimes struggle in the early game, but it's usually a lot of fun, so we're going to give it a go. If you like the content, please do like, comment, subscribe, join us over on Patreon. Anything you can do to support the channel is really, really appreciated. We've got so many exciting things coming from Moonbreaker in the near future, so I'm going to keep bring out content until the next update comes, and then we're going to have a huge sort of influx then as well. I might do a couple of different games, a bit of variety, because obviously I think with the new patch coming, a lot of people are winding down their Moonbreaker play until that big change comes. So for now, I'll see you once we get into the game. Okay, we have found ourselves a game. We're against Gunslinger Dan, a level 12 account, and we're against Astra. So if you're not already aware, Astra is definitely the most powerful captain at the moment. There's going to be Astra changes coming in the new patch, but definitely a potential challenge here. We're very much towards the late game. Astra can actually put out some really significant early game damage, so this is going to be an interesting start. The question is, we don't really have a choice in whether we want to play out Deadeye. It's just a must, basically. With them going first as well means we're going to be slightly behind in tempo, but we can just go a little bit for safety here. So with it being Maximus rather than Deadeye, that's actually okay for us. We're not as worried by that, because we can just put multiple effects down here that are going to protect us. We're going to just pop Deadeye down. We could go for something else, but I think Deadeye is the pick. And Maximus getting up there, I don't think they're going to be able to get line of sight. So we're just going to deploy more visibility debuffs. Let's go over here first of all, and we'll pop this over there. So basically we're putting visibility debuffs as our nice little arc here. And then we've got the healing onto Toltecan. It's probably going to need to be on Deadeye next turn, but Toltecan is a very reasonable choice. So if they go for an aggressive movement, we can just shoot back and try and then reposition our Majan field. Or if they go for defensive, we can just play defensive as well. We're happy with the long game. Okay, so they've got Deadeye as well. So we're going to have three leadership next turn. So we can go for Aria if we want to, or we can just go for Torian. I think we're going to need to go for Aria. We're going to want to try and start getting some damage dealt. I don't know if we can do anything up here is the problem. So if we can get a good shot with Deadeye onto their Deadeye, then I'll probably deploy Aria up here and just over the course of those turns deal with this. Because if we can hit their Deadeye now, it's only one turn before we can actually deal with the second one. You know what? I actually think that's quite a reasonable angle. So I'm going to Ozos ourselves, take the shot at 94%, which is pretty great for us. Aria's going to pop down just here so that Deadeye has to move if they want to get us. In fact, maybe, yeah, they can't really get anywhere too safe, so we'll put it as safe as we can over here. Toltecan can move up a little bit. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to move ourselves up to about here first and just move Toltecan around us maybe. Let's go here and then just move Toltecan out and around. I think this is reasonable. We can redeploy Majan if we want to. Honestly, I'm kind of okay with where this is now. We could Dardo there, I guess. Oh, no line of sight. That's fine then. We don't want to hell. That doesn't do anything. So we've gone for this. So we have two objectives, and we can potentially get some use out of Deadeye here. They haven't got good lines of sight, so yeah. So they're going over here, so they can potentially get. They're going to want to make sure they can get over here, so they can get a refresh with Astra. So they can probably get 4 damage onto our Deadeye, but then next turn we can start healing that. And we're going to use our damage to try and take out basically Antios as soon as possible, because with Astra and all the Cinder in the world, hits like a truck. So they might run away and go for some safety here, which is quite likely, to be honest, but yeah, like I say, this lower accuracy here is what matters, because we've got Dardo to restore 3 health anyway, so we're going to be a lot safer than they are. They don't have great angles with Maximus. Like, they've got chances of hitting, but it's not great. We've tried to leave it so that it is as difficult as possible for them to get a good angle. I mean, they could try going down here, but... Ooh, okay, they missed one at least. That's good news for us. If Antios goes all the way over here, that's brilliant for us. Especially if Maximus goes nearby as well. We can just blow up the Cinder Pile. If not, we'll just send Maximus down to get punched a little bit. And move forwards. And to be honest, just deal with their Deadeye is the plan. They've still got 3 leaderships to deploy, so we don't know what this is going to be. But if we can deploy something safely... Broken Vengeance, okay. So what's our angles looking like? So we can get to 100 onto Deadeye. So I think what we're going to do first is just...
It's too early.
Move up here first of all. And just try and... In fact, can we move? We can't move up that way, so... We're going to actually just move here as far as we can. And just ignore this side of the battlefield. We'll assign Dardo up here.
Protect our own.
Go for 100% over onto their Deadeye.
Come on, fellas. Don't make
We'll get
them angry.
up here and just again stay as safe as we possibly can do. Get damage down here. So Deadeye is out of the question, which is great news.
We'll get them.
Toltecan is probably just going to move up here and try and stay safe with us in this direction. We are going to deploy... It's probably Torian, in fact. Torian does really good into Broken Vengeance in the current format. So let's go with Torian here and just try and protect Deadeye a little bit more.
My armor will distract.
And then with our remaining Cinder, we're going to use this to just defend ourselves
Time to spare.
a little bit more. So let's go like here. So again, very hard for them to get good angles, and we've got a lot of pressure onto their units. So we've almost stranded their units down here. There's not really an objective. We're holding one, they're not holding any at the moment. So there we go. So they're having to basically use other means to get up this way. And if they can't use Broken Vengeance effectively, then what are they really going to do? So this is fine. We don't mind about captain damage here. Especially not if they just run around behind us. Like, that's just fine. If they go too close to this wall, we just try and block them in place or something. Maybe like Axel and Stitchy or something like that. And then we've just got a dead Maximus. I don't know what they can really do with Broken Vengeance here, to be honest. Like, if I were them, I'd probably move up here. But there is a world... Sure, they can just go for that. They did get the hit. They should miss at least one of these. If they refresh it, maybe miss again. Okay, that's good news. Where are they going to move? Over there. So the fact that that Arya didn't take any damage here is very good news, because if we choose to go in this direction, we get the increased accuracy, and they won't have access to that. We're also within range of Torian just coming up here. This, however, could be a problem. So here we go. So this is where it gets interesting. They've got a lot of their damage out, and we simply don't necessarily have answers. So we can go for 100% there. This we can get to 91. So that really only puts us needing 1 damage, which we can do. So let's go for this first and see if we get hit back hard enough. They did get that, so we need to hit this. This, in theory, could kill them. They missed, and we get the Retaliate. Perfect. Okay, so that's about as good as we could hope for. The question is here, what do we start hitting? And to be honest, we can't hit everything we want to. So I'm going to start just by hitting Drum Dancer Talali and try and take out that part of the combo, because we're already going to be healing potentially up there. Do you know what? Because I think Arya is probably going to die, we might not be able to get the heals onto her. I'm going to do a little switcheroo here. So we're going to pop Arya up at the front. Deadeye's going to pop round the back. We're going to deploy something like... Let's deploy Axel here. We'll move up this way. We'll assign Dardo here. We can't reach, of course. Let's just move up here and attack. Try and pin Maximus in a little bit. It didn't work too well, but we've got things out of the way. Slightly frustrating that we couldn't get the debuff here. Because now there's a good chance they could... I mean, if they don't hit this, we're in a good spot. But if this misses, we're fine. But they have to miss twice, which is a pretty big ask. Yeah, so they got that. They can now refresh and potentially kill something else. Oh, they can't refresh. Okay, this is fine. That is a bold attack, because now we can just kill that next turn, and Maximus is also trapped. Also fine. So we've killed Tlali now, which is fantastic. So now if we can just deal with Thingy, Antios, we're going to be in a lot better position. So this is probably dead. Yeah, there we go. But we still have some damage going through. It's slightly frustrating they managed to deal with both things there at once. But Axle Pyro is going to be useful. We're going to clear this up. We're going to start just trying to wall things off, maybe. Like, Defense Dome doesn't do much. And, to be honest, Turncoat does a great job here. They can't really push down to this objective yet. We're going to score 2 points, so it puts us up to 6. Unless they deploy straight onto here, which... okay, so this is hit and run, clearly. Yeah, so there we go. We're potentially able to just kill hit and run.
Say what you mean.
If we just go to, like, here... Could we get... We're not going to get in range of those. So if we want to just kill hit and run first... and stay on the objective. This works. There we go. So that should be 4 damage. If we move to here, and I'm not really sure what our best route is, but so this is 93. So I think we just go for that. Perfect. And we're going to move down this side so that we're back in range of Xuna again. Let's clear that out. In fact, we should have howled first. Howling first would have been so good there. Okay. So the question is, what do we want to play? I mean, Turncoat is great. However, we've got loads of Lucia. So we can do Turncoat and Savria and Stitchy. I mean, that just seems too good not to, come to think of it. They don't really have much in the way of range. Let's put it safe anyway. So let's go Turncoat. We'll pop Savria down over here. Stitchy in as well. And then we're just going to use Deploy Majan here. Reduce as many of their tools as possible. And we may as well sign Dado here just for a bit of free healing. So I think we've established a pretty good position. We can start playing defensively. This is what we want to do. Essentially what we really like now is to trade one unit. And then once we've traded the unit, we can just go ahead and play out Florio and start dealing with it. So they can go for this. It might miss is the interesting thing. Okay, so Tlali could potentially kill this. But if she does, we've just got an open Tlali here. So, oh yeah, it's going to kill it because we haven't got the debuff anymore. Forgot about, but then this is the interesting part. Okay, so they can get a little bit more through, but we've got loads of damage here. And if they don't... Are they in range of that refresh? I don't know if they are. That could be really bad. So this is a kill on Toltecan, but Toltecan comes back anyway. Yeah, so Stitchy's probably a more significant choice. Or just captain damage, yeah? If they're pushing for captain damage, we just clear this out as much as we can. Because Toltecan's coming back. Okay, they missed, and I don't think they're in range, are they? They could refresh here. Oh, they're just going for an attack. Oh, they don't have enough Cinder. Oh, okay. I don't feel anywhere near as bad. What's this going to be? This feels like something big. Oh, it's... Okay, so we've got Rickety to deal with, and Arya. Arya we're just going to attempt to steal, I think. So, here's the interesting thing. There's a good chance we can just go nuts here. If Axel can get a really good angle here, we might be able to hit all 3 of those. So what's... I think this looks about the right range. Look at that. That's beautiful. So we'll go with that first. And they're going to take a burn damage up here anyway, but we might as well just go and push onto this. We'll push over here. We'll get... Okay, so we do need to move the Majan field. We'll just pop that down here, I guess. so that deals with that. We can just slap that to death. Syringe. Yeah, we've got enough to syringe. And to be completely honest, so we're slightly out of range here for what we'd ideally be doing, but... Oh, we came off the objective. Stitchy can save the day. Oopsie. That was a bit of an oopsie, but we're okay. So, we're basically ignoring Rickety. We've dealt with Taria. They've only got one more unit to deploy. And in theory, if they kill any of ours here, funnily enough, not this one, but any other one of ours, then we're just going to be able to steal their Aria anyway. Next turn, we're going to start pushing damage onto Aria instead. We're not really fussed about anything else. If they go for this now, this is pretty good. I mean, they're potentially hitting their own captain. Are they going for the refresh? Is that what the plan is? Okay, yeah, it looks like the refresh is the plan. So I mean, they could potentially... Okay, they're not quite getting in there. They don't quite have enough movement to get all the way through. But they can go for it. Are they not touching? Oh, no, they're not touching. That's probably the game. Like, that's... Realistically, what can they do from here? Like, if they kill this anyway, we steal their Aria, so it's not really that big of a deal. Like, I don't see how they win. We're just going to outscore them on points here. They need to be touching this point to stop us scoring. That's one of the things that we're noticing here, because this game, we're probably not actually going to win through anything other than just scoring points. That's going to be our win con. This doesn't matter that it's only immobilized, because we're just going to heal up the Stitchy every turn. Okay, so they've got Bytol, so they're just going to push for damage, but we can just clear things out. They did get... Okay, so we do steal the Aria then. Okay, even better. So we're going to move up as far as we can in this direction to try and see if there's a world where we can flame both. We can, absolutely. So that's the end of that. Because he's going to die as well. They are now down to one crew, which is Amplify Bytol. So there's not really much we're going to worry about other than just moving up here. We don't even need to do this, but we might as well. Let's just pop over here, hit stillness, pop that way, and everything else is just going to be chilling out. There's nothing they can do about this game now. We're going to win on points next turn. They have to take us off of both of these. They've got nothing left to deploy and only one unit to defend with, so there's literally, they don't have enough damage to deal with it. Yeah, I would love to show you how to do that. Well played to our opponent. I think, was it Gunslinger Dan? I think it was the name. That was really fun. Like, we managed to just get to the point where we could start dealing with what we needed to. We could stay back. We could steal their units. We could, you know, we genuinely did control the game. And funnily enough, we didn't need to get to Florio and Oatley. They are the sort of the big late game finishers, but they weren't necessary in that game. We could just take our time and work the game through with literally every other unit except Defense Dome, I think. So that was pretty good going all in all. Dan, thank you so much for the game. If you guys have enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, join us over on Patreon. Anything you can do to support the channel is really appreciated. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and most importantly, have a good day.